Guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about the effects of dechlorinators on your aquarium. Now, everybody's like, oh yeah, dechlorinators, it takes the chlorines out of the water, this, that, and the other. However, it does have some repercussions. Granted, yes, most of the dechlorinators you can't overdose your fish with, this, that, and the other. Also, some problems I've come across, me being on city water, is sometimes you don't add enough dechlorinator. So, you still have chlorine in your water. That's why it's good that, you always dose a little bit more of the recommended just in case. However, I have found through years of keeping fish that the way I keep my aquariums, using dechlorinators is more detrimental than beneficial. Like, most people, they'll use Prime. Cool. Matter of fact, I think I have my own homemade dechlorinator in this. Yep, that's my own homemade stuff. But remember, the main ingredient in any dechlorinator is sodium thiosulfate. Matter of fact, I make my own. Thanks to Joey Mullen from King of DIY, he shows you how to do it with pure sodium thiosulfate. Now, he orders his off of like eBay or Amazon or something like that. I get mine from my local pool supply store. Basically, I bag it up in here ahead of time, and I'll add this bag of sodium thiosulfate to one 20-ounce bottle of water. And basically I use this. It's the dechlorinator. And see how much I paid for it? Okay. This is a year's worth of sodium thiosulfate. This little bottle of Prime costs about as much as this big bottle that's a year's worth, where this is probably like maybe a month's worth, depending on how often you do water changes, how many tanks you have, stuff like that. So there's a bargain there. However, the problem that I have with it is you have an established tank. Cool. You have a lot of baby fish. You don't have no baby brine shrimp ready. Well, that sucks, because now those babies might die. However, if you were not using the dechlorinator, you would have so many microorganisms in your tank that those babies could feed on. Okay, my previous video I did was the benefits of mulm. Okay, in the aquarium. And this even goes for some saltwater situations too. But we're getting that huge rainstorm right now, so the power might end up going out here. But anyway, sodium thiosulfate kills a lot of those microorganisms that crawl around in that mulm, in your substrate, stuff like that. That would be beneficial to baby fish or already established fish. Like Daphnia. Daphnia is a huge one. I did a video before where this brackish water tank, I had a bunch of Daphnia copepods basically running around in this tank. I did a close-up image of it, stuff like that. The moment I added dechlorinator to this tank, the very next day, gone. I did do some research, and years ago, I had complete success with breeding a lot of fish without using baby brine shrimp, because I wasn't using dechlorinators. At the time, I was on a well. I mean, I still filled up buckets, I let it gas off anyway. But I had tons of microorganisms. I had detritus worms, I had Daphnia, I had all kinds of stuff living in the mulm of my aquarium. And stuff like angels, or not even angels, German blue rams. Okay, those babies need those microorganisms to live. if you don't already have baby brine shrimp lined up. Which personally, hatching baby brine shrimp, it's a pain. It does cause your fish to grow faster, which is awesome. But why do it artificially? Because let's face it, brine shrimp is a saltwater thing. Brackish / salt. So, in the wild, what are these babies eating to survive? And the answer is all those microorganisms that's down in the maw. No matter if it's leaf litter, decaying wood, leftover detritus, stuff like that, which accumulates into the maw. So if you want to go the all natural route, don't use dechlorinators. Believe it or not, and the dechlorinators do more harm than good on established ecosystems. I mean, that may not be a popular thing, and people are going to probably argue with me about this, but I have proven it countless times. Every single tank that I was using dechlorinator in, I didn't have all those beneficial microorganisms. Like, I had some, but as soon as you stop using the dechlorinators, they exploded. So, like I said, I think dechlorinators are detrimental to our aquarium hobby. Like, if you just have, like, ornamental fish, like, you have, like, fake decorations in your tank, stuff like that, oh yeah, dechlorinator's perfect for you. But if you're trying to do what I'm doing and have an established ecosystem, don't use the dechlorinators. Gas off your water. If you have to, because this stuff gases off too after it. Take your buckets of water, add your dechlorinator to it, let it sit for a couple days, and add it to your tank. Problem solved. But that's what I have for you today. I just wanted to touch base on this because it's something that's been bugging me for a long time, and I had to prove it myself. And unfortunately, I killed off a lot of Daphnia in this tank, or copepods, just to prove my point, which led to a huge water change because I had a hell of an ammonia spike. So now it's time to start breeding those back up. Also, a lot of people already know, if you want to breed and colonize Daphnia, use old tank water and fill up a container. Get yourself a Daphnia culture, which I've never had a Daphnia culture, surprising enough. And I have them everywhere. So apparently they're always living somewhere. Be it eggs, something like that, that's dispersed somewhere. I have no clue. They could have been transferred from tank to tank, but everything that I use for the brackish tank, I don't use on the rest of my freshwater tanks. So I don't understand how it could have been transferred. But Daphnia likes malmy, nutrient-rich waters. That's why they say use old tank water and never add regular water to it. So, anyway, that's what I got for you guys today. Hopefully it was informative. If you don't believe what I'm saying, test it out for yourself. Get yourself a Daphnia culture once. Actually, split it up into two. Use one that has been, the water's been gassed off and stuff like that, and even just put like two, like if you have a cup, add 2 drops of this any dechlorinator, guaranteed you're killing off that culture. So if you're like me, you want to go the all natural route, don't use the chlorinators. Alright, later on.